everybody, ASMR Sports. Back with another video here and some chewing gum. I was at the local Target today, and haven't been there for a while, so I wasn't really sure what to look for, what kind of things they might have in stock that are desirable. So I just kind of looked through everything, and interestingly, there was quite a bit of new stuff there that I hadn't seen before. One of which is this thing. Never seen this before. This is a Leaf product. Leaf does they do kind of a variety of things. They have sort of draft pick products in football and baseball. So pre-professional sports stuff, so they don't have to get licenses from the professional player associations or the league. They make like tennis cards, which I've opened on this channel, and they do kind of an interesting collection of like sort of I don't know what you call them, sort of hit heavy products, with like autographs and stuff. And you can buy, the box of these things come with like whatever 6 or 8 or 10 cards. So I've never opened any of those, but this is the first I've seen something like that in retail. So this is let's see, they call this the 2018 Leaf Hall of Fame Baseball Cut Signature Edition. I have no idea what is in here. It says one random Hall of Famer cut signature per box. So I don't know if that means there's only one card or if there's multiple cards, but one autograph, and I think it's just one card. So this will be a short video, although I'm gonna actually take a look at something else, a box that I opened. Interestingly, yeah, this actually makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna when I get done with this, I'm gonna show you the contents of this box. This is another Leaf product called Perfect Game National Showcase, and what this is basically cards of high school players that appeared in this tournament that is for the top high school players. That is sponsored by Nike. So this is a really kind of interesting product, I think. It has 25 autograph cards per box. Every card in here is autographed, and there's 25 of them. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, they're all like high school players. So a lot of these guys, who are in the set as high school players, will get drafted in like the 2019 draft, because there's always a good number of high school seniors that are drafted into the majors, because they're like generally 18 years old, and a lot of them will not get drafted. They'll go to college or just not play baseball after high school, although generally anybody in this set's going to be a pretty advanced high school player, so they will almost certainly play college baseball if they don't play professionally, unless they just have no interest in going to school or playing pro ball or can't get into pro ball. But anyways, it's interesting. So I was looking at some of the previous years of this product, and if you look at the 2017 product, a bunch of guys in that set are now in the 2018 Bowman draft products, because they got drafted. So it's interesting. So I opened that box, a few weeks ago, just off camera. So I thought let's find an excuse to show you the contents of it, because it's basically just you open it up and then there aren't packs, there's just a hard plastic case with all the 25 cards in, so it's pretty much the same as a unboxing. I don't really recognize any of the names in there, so maybe some of you, if you're a hardcore kind of draft prospector, you might know who the top high school players are. In fact, we probably could have looked that up online. I'm sure there's a list. In fact, I think I looked for one, so they're definitely on there. But let's dig into this Hall of Fame Cut Signature Edition. Let's see what Hall of Famer we get. So I think what this is going to be is, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be a graded card, but it'll probably be like encapsulated or something. And most likely it will, it's going to be like from a postcard or something, or some document that was signed by the Hall of Famer, and then they cut it out and then put it in either in a card. Oh, it looks like it is kind of graded. I don't know by whom, but I see a graded capsule in there. Let's just see if I can tell the grading company. That looks like Beckett, but it's Leaf is the logo there. Alright, well, let's see. Okay, I can see the name. So it's Bob Feller, who is a fantastic pitcher. And this cut, it's interesting. This looks like a Beckett kind of label, because they use this sort of, the metally looking foil. And I think it's like the same form factor, but just says Leaf. So that's very interesting. So, and the price of this, for those who didn't notice, is $40. So $40 for a Hall of Famer autograph is, not a bad deal. I'm not sure this is worth $40, but it might be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bob Feller died in 2010, so there's probably not a ton of his autographs out there. A lot of the living Hall of Famers will sign a ton of stuff that ends up in current products, since that's how a lot of them, can make a decent buck or two, given that obviously they're not doing like endorsements and not getting anything related to their playing days in terms of money. So signing autographs is a good way to get some money. In any event, this cut autograph is this is a Baseball Hall of Fame postcard, and the Baseball Hall of Fame produces these postcard size cards whenever somebody is inducted, and you can go and buy them at the Baseball Hall of Fame for any of the players that have been inducted. I think they're like $1 or $2 a piece. And then they'll usually, when a player is inducted, or at some point thereafter, they'll have the players sign a bunch of them, and you can buy a lot of those at the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. I've been there a couple of times, and actually just have been there in the last maybe couple of years, I think. So I've seen all the stuff they have there. It's pretty cool. In the kind of the what do they call that? The museum gift shop. There's a lot of baseball cards and signed stuff and neat things. So, anyways, this is a official postcard from the National Baseball Hall of Fame, and that is what it was cut out from. I'm trying to see how they made this card. It looks pretty wacky. You can kind of see there's a gap in there between the cut item and the top frame. It's a thick card. So let's see what the back of this thing says. You've received an autographed cut signature edition Hall of Fame baseball insert card from Leaf Trading Cards. This card bears an authentic cut signature Leaf guarantees that the cut signature on this card is authentic. So I kind of like that it's encapsulated. It's interesting, although it's kind of got a big scratch on it, which is stupid. Well, there you have it. It's kind of interesting. They only had one of these boxes in the entire store, so people must be buying them. And I can see why. It's definitely interesting for $40. For the price of 2 blaster boxes, which you're probably going to get Jack Squad in. It's a pretty good deal. I just placed an order a couple days ago on David Adams Card World, and I ordered kind of a bunch of interesting stuff that I've never really seen before, and I will be fascinated to open some of that stuff when I get it, so stay tuned for that. A lot of it is sort of old school stuff, these sort of aftermarket products that I forget what the company is that does them. I mean, there's a few companies that do stuff like that. Leaf is kind of one of them, but there's another one that does a bunch of stuff like that, puts together like old cards, from like the 50s or whatever, and then like gets them encapsulated or graded. So I don't know, I've been kind of fascinated ever since I got I bought a product like that, and it was basically it was a bunch of autographed cards, and one of the cards I got out of there was Willie Mays autograph, like exhibit card, and that made me think, you know what, it makes a lot of sense, I think, to buy stuff like that rather than, because you can buy like $120 box of whatever, Topps Heritage or Bowman Chrome, and you'll get an autograph or two out of there, but it's often kind of a crappy player. So if you can get a guaranteed autograph of a Hall of Famer or an old 50s card, Topps on a star, for the same price, and it's like random, so you have a chance of getting a really valuable card, why not take that bet? Because no matter what comes out of there, it's going to be kind of like this, this Bob Feller thing. Like it's $40, right? But the worst you're going to do is get an autograph of a baseball Hall of Fame member. I mean, that's, and I imagine it's possible you could get like a Babe Ruth or a Mickey Mantle or one of these big names that would be worth hundreds of dollars. So that just seems like a much better investment, but still gives you this sort of opportunity to possibly get a super valuable card, which is why I think it's very compelling to open a lot of unopened stuff. That's why a lot of people do it, is because they think, they might get that Shohei Ohtani autograph that's worth, hundreds or thousands of dollars, right? It's that chance that you could get something really expensive. But the problem with modern stuff is you have a very high chance of getting, much less back in value than what you paid for the box of cards. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I like some of these repackaged things that are coming out. I really do. Okay, here we go. Jorge Romero. And all of these are numbered. So this one's out of 50. Jemai Baylor, that's out of 50 as well. Riley Cornelio, that's out of 10. Here's a really low number one, Gustavo Sosa. Wonder if he's related to Sammy Sosa at all. He's 5 out of 5. Unfortunately, look at that. It's got a QR code you can scan to get the player profile, so you can learn more about the player. But on the card itself, they don't have a whole lot. It's kind of a bummer. I was hoping they'd put a little bit of information about the player. There's a Colby Thomas 8 out of 10, and I'm starting to see that the color coding of these is relevant. So these are both greens, and they're out of 10. The black ones are out of 50. So there's another black one out of 50, Joshua Hahn. And then this 5 out of 5 is a red. And usually that's actually a pretty common thing for reds to be numbered to 5 in, most baseball products. Taylor Aguilar, out of 15, so that's a blue one. Another black out of 50, David John Hers. Another black out of 50, Hayden Dunhurst. Another black out of 50, Andre Tarver. Here's another red 5 out of 5, Andrew Compton. And these are all stickered autographs. Elias Rios out of 50. Bo Wimpy out of 25. That's a yellow out of 25. Blue out of 15. Duncan Hall. Black out of 50. Ryan Pettis. Zachary Maxwell out of 50. And here's so I think the rest are kind of interesting sort of subset or parallels. Scratches and stuff on it. So I don't know what the story. That's out of 30. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one in a plastic sleeve because I don't want it to get more scratched, scuffed. Here's Garrett Frechette. That's a purple kind of refractor looking thing. That's out of 8. Here's a green Judd Fabian. That one has not gotten scratched up as the other one has. This is out of 5. That's pretty rare. There's a jersey card autographed, Matt McCormick. That's out of 25. I'm gonna start putting all these in sleeves so I don't have to worry about them. Here's a sweet 1 of 1. Wade Elliott. Here's hoping he has a big career. It's got kind of a shiny refractory coating on top there. There's another 1 of 1. Looks kind of the same. Tyler Williams. Here's a nice 2-color. These are jerseys. The jerseys are pretty sort of lightweight, as you would expect in kind of high school ball. 19 out of 25. Here's another jersey. Dawson Nets out of 15. So yeah, I've got to go look these up and see if any of them have some values. It's interesting. It's got the label, the care label from the shirt. This one's out of 3, so it's pretty rare. Okay, there you have it. So that's what I'm gonna get the rest of them in sleeves, I think, while we're doing this. But that's oh, did I run out of sleeves? I did. Let's see what I got here. Oh, there's a bunch of sweet. Alright, so there's a box of Leaf Perfect Game 25 autographed cards for, I think I got this for like $90 or something, maybe $95 from the local hobby shop. So it's kind of interesting, you know, finding a little bit more about who the top guys in this sort of tournament, or I would probably find this more interesting, but you know, hey, it's fun to get 25 autographed cards in a single box, but vast majority they're probably going to just be, you know, worth nothing because the players are going to not have, you know, careers in the big leagues and fizzle out. But it's still kind of interesting, and hey, maybe one of them turns into the next Mike Trout or Aaron Judge or whoever. And then you've got probably one of their first ever autographed cards, and that would be pretty sweet. sleeves here. Alright, well, these guys are gonna have to wait. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a good one. We'll see y'all later. Bye.